So guys all over black social media, especially in black male talking spaces, there is a lot of black men that are just tired of dealing with black women. And I'm a person who considers himself a part of the greater pro-black community, but I also understand the issues that certain black men have dealing with African American women. And that is why we have this situation with the passport bros. You have a lot of guys going into the interracial dating community. And this is what we're talking about today with this guy by the name of Lamont. Now, Lamont pulled up to Kendra G's show, which is like an online call-in show. She takes in callers looking for love. She doesn't really have them pair up like live, but you can come in and shoot your shot and you drop your IG or your socials, and somebody will come and message you if they're interested. But Lamont, who has 2 kids by one black woman and one mixed woman, 36 years old, made a very specific request that got a lot of commenters mad when he pulled up to the show. Let's play that clip.
And if I can find me some, and I want me a señorita.
You want a Hispanic woman?
Yes.
Okay, let's get.
They are very loyal. Those the ones that hold on to you.
Oh, Hispanic women are the ones that hold on to you.
Yes, I had me a Well, it was from. We wasn't together. It's just we was friends. Then we became, we became couple after that,
Are both of your baby mamas black?
Yes. So the second one is she mixed.
Okay. So this is Lamont, Illinois, 36, truck driver, Sagittarius, has 2 girls. So you want a Hispanic girl because they're loyal. Any other requirements?
She has to have a nice job, because I want a woman that's working. She has to have a nice job. I don't care how much money she's making, because I know how to make money. And
okay.
So I just want to make sure she's, she won't depend on me. That's what I do. I make sure women don't depend on me, because I will teach you how to get to the bag.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
I just don't want her to be nasty. And she just gotta be. I don't want a ratchet chick. Like, I don't want nobody to think they all that, because I'm the type of guy, I want to make sure that you can handle things on your own without me being there. So okay. I just want to make sure that she know how to hold it down.
Okay. Lamont, does she? You said she's gonna make a certain amount of money. Does she have to look a certain way besides being Hispanic?
I like black women. I don't discriminate. It just, I would prefer Hispanics because they are very loyal and they stick by their man's side.
So real quick, my photographer Tito is here. He is Hispanic. Tito, is that true? Are Hispanic women loyal?
I think.
Come here. I'm about to put Tito on camera. My photographer just so happens to be at my house. This is like one of my closest friends. Tito.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien.
So Tito, is it true? Are Hispanic women loyal?
In general, they kind of are, but in general they kind of are if they like old, a little older,
Older, okay.
The young generation is changing.
The young generation, he said, is changing. Wow. All right, so okay, he's Hispanic, so that's why I got his opinion on it. So have you dated a Hispanic woman, Lamont?
Like online, I dated a DR. She was from DR.
She was loyal to you?
She want to see me, but I know sometimes it can be a setup. So you just got to be cautious on meeting people online. So, and plus, I'm a high value man. I'm not afraid of anything.
You're a high value man?
Yes. So guys, you heard what he had to say. This is not so much different than what Charleston White said about Latina women. Well, let's check out that clip.
My wife's black.
Oh, okay. But I'm
You're lazy. If you ain't never had no Mexican, don't go there. I'm telling you. Why you think everybody running over there to the Kardashians? And now the black woman, she lazy when she, because the black woman is selfish. It's all about her. You got to please her. Man,
I don't think all black women are lazy.
And they self-centered. It's natural. Man,
so do you like black women or not?
Out of black women. You asked me a question. Which one is better? And I'm explaining to you why she's better, why the Mexican is better than the black woman. Why you think the Cardi B's and until little Megan Thee Stallion came along with them bend the knees kind of riding it, the black woman don't like that. The black woman later. Listen, when the black man get off work, the black woman ain't sucking his in the car. She ain't catching him at the door. No, listen. The Spanish woman is more dominant in bed than any other woman. The Asian woman is more subservient. That's why they have Asian bathhouses. The black woman is not trained and raised to serve. The black woman is raised up by her mother, watching her mother take through the abuse to serve. The black woman don't see her mama serve nobody.
So I have a question. What if black women don't really have much to submit and serve?
Hold on. But they submit and serve to their baby daddies. They let impregnate them. So they submit and subserving to somebody. They submit to the white boy on the job that mistreat them, that she complain about. She submit to the pastor that she go give her money to. So she submit and subserve. She just pick and choose who she want to submit and subserve to. And when she pick wrong, she blame the man. My mama told me you attract who you are. So if the black woman don't have nobody to submit and subserve to, that's because she's attracting all the wrong men. You attract who you are. That's why you keep picking the same kind of men you got to complain about.
Well, that's what is convicted felons.
You have to ask yourself, what's inside of you that keep attracting convicted felons? Because check game. Mama and grandmama say spirits are familiar with each other. You might not know the man, but it's a spirit in him and it's a spirit in you that knows one another. It could be abuse. You may be used to being abused and he may be an abuser. So you attract an abuser because you're used to being abused. Some women who've been molested attract molesters. Most women who've been abused attract abusers. So let me just say this. You pick what you want.
So let me just pretty much break this down. A lot of black men are looking for Hispanic women or Latina women. And Latina women, that is a very broad term that could talk about ladies from the Dominican Republic, ladies from Argentina, Colombian, Mexican Americans, even Afro-Dominicans or Afro-Latinas, Brazilians. All of that is covered in the Latina community, right? Or Latino community. And it pretty much revolves around one concept: family structure. These women are more focused on the family in comparisons to a lot of American women, or should I say American black women, who don't come from that same family structure, who don't recognize the benefits of family as much as Latino women or Latino women and Latino women in the Latino community. And that is the real selling point here. I don't think the brother is saying, like, I want a Latino woman because they're looking a certain way. I want a Latino woman because I feel like they're going to be more loyal to me. And when problems arise in the relationship, you're not going to go anywhere. I understand it because, again, that's a problem with divorces, going on the rise and all this stuff. And you've tried it with certain people and they just don't get it. The reality is this. Number one, women that come from two-parent homes, regardless of race or culture, have an easier time seeing family structure. They understand it. Dealing with women that come from single-parent homes, they don't get it as much. And I would say that those relationships long-term are going to be more difficult because that person has never seen a full-time dad in her life, for the most part, living in the house, doesn't see that person as valuable. Whereas you're dealing with some of these ladies from the Latino community who are going to see it as valuable or see it as value. So I can understand that point. But the reality also is This is a brother that is 36 years old. You have 2 kids by 2 different women, and you yourself are not married. And then you're calling yourself a high value man. And and you're kind of like all over the place with what you're talking about. And it doesn't make much sense, for you to take your behavior over to somebody else's community when you already have 2 kids by somebody that you're not even with the ladies already. What evidence would you show of being a man having 2 kids by the women in your own community that you're not with, as if you're going to go to the Latino community or a Latin woman community or Latinas and deal with them and it's going to just work out? I just don't believe that if you're not the person who you say you are. And the reality is, what I've learned with this interracial dating, interracial concepts, stuff like that, water seeks its own level. We got to be objective here. I know plenty of guys who go to the DR, go to the Columbia, talk about the Matrix, and you know what? They're going over there living a great life, still not married. They over there just having different women. I get it, right? I'm not knocking it. But you said you were going over to do it. A lot of guys date white women exclusively. Ain't marrying none of them, vice versa. Some of the parts that could be, problematic in the relationship is you just can't get somebody better than where you are at. And it happens to men and women alike. I think for this guy, if you want somebody who's loyal to you, dating somebody who's Hispanic, the question is going to be, what level of a woman who is Hispanic that could get somebody, like, why was she going to turn down a man in her community to deal with you? Right? Like, if I'm going to deal with somebody else out of the African-American community, that person has to show me something different than what I'm already seeing. So for most ladies who are going to leave their community to take on you with 2 black kids, what would they be doing and why? What are you bringing to the table and why? And that's something that you would have to ask. If this lady's going to, deny her own men to come deal with me, why would she do that? And that's where a lot of brothers are messing up. I see a lot of brothers going over to other communities and they're not getting the high quality women they are. And the ones that I see who do that, those guys are pretty decent. They go to great schools. They have great careers. They're out of the country here and there. They have top level jobs. Doesn't matter, black, white, Asian, or whatever. Anybody who comes, they got the best pick. But when you hear guys start talking, I want somebody specifically from the Latina community, it's just because overall, this is a brother that might not be competitive, because you can find a disloyal lady in the Latina community. And you can also find somebody loyal in the black community. The reality is that what kind of person are you such that they will be loyal to? That's just kind of how I see it. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Another episode of The Grift. We're out.